If you had to guess what the most searched thing is for Chattanooga, can you guess what it is? It's actually the weather. In this episode, we're gonna dive deep into the 4 seasons Chattanooga has to offer, and we're gonna go through each season so you know that for a fact it's the best place for you to live year round.
Chattanooga real estate couple. We sell houses.
Here in Chattanooga, the winter's not that cold. Yes, for a week you might get freezing cold weather, but honestly, compared to the north, we don't see very much snow here. I had someone move here from Nebraska and he actually had to get rid of his snowplow because there was no use in it.
And there is some snow every now and then, but the most common month where it does snow in Chattanooga is probably the beginning of February.
When it does snow, usually you can only see it on the top of Lookout Mountain or Signal. If it does happen to reach Chattanooga, it usually melts within that same day or the next. But when it is cold outside, there's plenty of stuff to do inside.
And it's pretty consistent with Chattanooga as well as far as the outdoor lifestyle, because even though it is colder, of course, in the wintertime, it's a mild winter, so it doesn't completely remove the outdoor activities and availability for anyone that wants to go on a hike, so to speak, because there's not always snow that's around. So that's another thing that's unique about Chattanooga is the accessibility, even from a seasonal standpoint, with the outdoor activities.
A couple of my favorite activities to do in winter is doing the Polar Express with the trains. You can go on the train and then they have a chance to meet Santa. Another thing that I love to do, like top #1, is the Enchanted Lights at Rock City.
Which is seasonal, of course, every
We're talking about winter.
Oh, okay. I thought you said winter, like we're the winners.
Winter. Speaking of Rock City, we actually did a video of all the attractions here in Chattanooga, so make sure you check that one out next. Obviously in the springtime, things are blooming, things are turning green, everyone's out and about, finally enjoying the weather. You can see people out here at Coolidge Park having a picnic. People are outside going on trails and hiking. People finally get into the water. So it's a lot of fun things to do in the springtime in Chattanooga.
Bring your Claritin though, allergies.
That is true.
That's all I got. Allergies. The average range of temperature for the springtime is 50 to 75 degrees. And humidity level is around 70 to 80% in the spring and especially the summertime.
One thing, when he mentioned pollen and allergies, he is a Chattanooga native and it still affects him. So make sure you're well prepared when you move here.
It's true.
A couple of my favorite things to do in the springtime, my second favorite in Chattanooga is the sculpture in the sky, where people go to the sculpture field and they have huge kites. And then you just bring your blanket and just have a good time out there.
There's really, really big kites there. Overwhelmingly large kites.
Let's talk about summer. Here it gets hot, it gets humid, but guess what? There's plenty of places to cool down. People either are kayaking, they're either checking out the splash pads, or they're going out to the blue holes to cool off. So there's tons of things to do that's fun, to just enjoy the summertime here.
This is where you really see the outdoor activities of Chattanooga thrive. Mm-hmm. You've got the water activities, you've got the hiking, you've got the mountains, all of it and more. All seasons, but especially in summer. So as we all know, in the summertime, kids are out of school, and there's plenty of activities to keep them and yourselves occupied to where it's the whole family's having a good time. We did a video on all those activities, so be sure to search it and look through it.
In the summer, there is plenty of live music to choose if you want to go check that out. There is River Bend, there is the Riverfront, and there's another one at Miller Park.
Nightfall.
Nightfall.
Nightfall, yes. Nightfall's from May 24th to August 30th, give or take, depending on the actual dates. River Bend is beginning of June. Huge event. It goes around the bend of the river right here in downtown. And the focus is live music, mostly country music, but there's all different kinds of bands playing in the area. Again, it's a very large festival. Plenty of food trucks, vendors, etc. So be sure to check that out. Nightfall, it's a little bit smaller. It's in Miller Park, and it's every Friday night, again, from May until end of May till the end of August. Sometimes there's food trucks, but really it's a free event.
Now let's talk about my favorite and his favorite season, the fall.
Or pumpkin spice time.
Here in Tennessee, what we love about it is for 2 weeks, you can get some beautiful colors in the tree. You get the orange, the yellow, the red. It's just really beautiful to see.
There's also that, if you're from the southeast especially, there's the term false fall, where you get like a week of fall weather sometimes, and then the following week it's right back up to 90 degrees. Don't worry, it'll fall back down. No pun intended. Thank you. There's also that element of in the Southeast where it's cold in the morning, and then you find yourself taking your flannel off and having to put your T-shirt back on, or if you want to. That sounded weird. Because it's hot during the middle of the day, then it's cold back at night. So just bear with it in the very early times of fall. That's just something you deal with again in the Southeast.
And as you can imagine, of course you're gonna pick some pumpkins. Our favorite place to go is a Flat Top Mountain Farm where you can get your own pumpkin.
Ooh, a little insider scoop here. So as far as from Chattanooga to Knoxville, Interstate 75, in the fall, the leaves that are going up that are around that highway, they turn bright orange. And they say that the colors for the University of Tennessee Knoxville came from the founder seeing that color and really wanting to put that, really wanted to highlight that. So he made it the school color motto.
Hey, we have tons of people relocating here, and it's interesting when we're looking at houses together, depending on the season, just comparing where they're coming from to Chattanooga. For example, we have clients coming from Arizona, and they're saying this humid heat, how different it is to their dry heat in Arizona. So they're not used to the stickiness, so.
And it's all different. It can be different for many people, but the most consistent thing is, again, I point back to the availability of the outdoor activities. So with the seasons, and the availability, again, with the mild winter and the fall and all 4 seasons here in Chattanooga, people can still do their outdoor activities. And so they can go on these hikes, these same hikes in the summertime, and then see it in the fall, then see it in the winter, and then see it back in the spring, right? So they can see that transition for themselves, which in a lot of places, sometimes that's not the case. And so again, it all depends on the person and where they're coming from and what's different about Chattanooga to them. But consistently, that's one thing that we've found that a lot of individuals moving here really fall in love with. So the unique thing about Tennessee, and especially Chattanooga, and one of the main reasons why people fall in love with this state and this city and want to move here are the 4 seasons. With each season, it's a different city and it's a different experience that they can fall in love with.
So if you have more questions about Chattanooga weather, leave us a comment and fall in love with Chattanooga.
Chattanooga real estate couple. We sell houses,